Jesselyn Ruddock, a former ethics advisor to the United States Department of Justice turned whistleblower. Last seen with me here in Moscow, I think it was towards the end of 2013, wasn't it? You guys all came along when the prize for late 2013 was presented to Edward Snowden. Of course, he's still here in Moscow now. Time's flown by, isn't it? Looking back, it's a good time to look back. The first prize was awarded back in 2002. As a whistleblower, at the core of this, you're so aware of how things have changed, how they haven't changed. What good has come out of whistleblowing?
I think enormous public good has come out of whistleblowing. Of the major scandals going on in the United States and the world, everything ranging from torture to secret surveillance to war crimes, we wouldn't know information about any of this but for whistleblowers who have come forward to reveal fraud, waste, abuse, illegality, and gross crimes.
So this has been going on for a while. I mean, almost every week, certainly on this channel, we're reporting on it. We're hearing more and more about it. It doesn't mean that it's got worse than it just means that you've brought it to the fore. Now it's being reported on. A correct assumption or not?
Well, I think it has gotten worse because up until the indictment of Thomas Drake in 2010, no one had been prosecuted under the Espionage Act for 40 years for allegedly leaking information. And in the past 5 years, President Obama has prosecuted more whistleblowers than any previous president, and then all previous presidents combined. And he's done so under a very heavy-handed law called the Espionage Act. So I think the plight for whistleblowers has gotten a lot worse. Not only do you risk losing your job, you risk losing your very freedom.
I talked to Thomas Drake just last hour. It's interesting, you know, the blow-up when this first happens. There were 10 charges lodged against him at the time. They were all redacted on. They're all dropped in the end. You yourself faced a number of charges. Could you just remind our viewers what you did in a nutshell, your whistleblowing? Just tell them what you did and what happened as a result of it. The charges brought against you.
Sure. When I was a Justice Department attorney, I blew the whistle on our first prisoner in the Afghanistan war because the United States was not allowing him, a U.S. citizen, to have his attorney, and we were also engaged in torture. And because I revealed that information, I was put under one of the first federal criminal leak investigations and put on the no-fly list. So after experiencing that, which really wrecked my life over a number of years, I decided to dedicate myself professionally as an attorney to representing whistleblowers. And I've been privileged over the years to represent Thomas Drake and Edward Snowden and today's recipient of the Sam Adams Award, Bill Binney.
You talked about the Espionage Act, the way that's used now against people like you. Is there any brighter future for whistleblowers, and is the government likely to treat people like you any differently as the public perception about you and what you're doing has grown so much in the last couple of years?
You know, I think public perception of whistleblowers is changing. I think you see both Edward Snowden and Bill Binney featured in the documentary Citizen 4 by Laura Poitras, which has now been nominated for an Oscar award. I think people are beginning to realize the public value of the information brought forward by whistleblowers who are being persecuted and prosecuted for exposing illegality.
Jesselyn Ruddock, always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for being on the programme again. My word, as I say, how time's flown. Back in 2013 we last saw you. Jesselyn Ruddock, the former ethics advisor to the United States Department of Justice and whistleblower. I hope you have a good night tonight in Berlin.